A couple of weeks ago, you saw me in Kentucky hunting a great 10-point, like 150, 155-inch deer. But if you think that you're at 40 yards, and you forget your rangefinder, and he's actually like 52, you'll drive your muzzy right into the dirt somewhere down here, and you'll go home scratching your head, and for weeks you'll wonder what to do next. Well, I finally decided it was time to go back to Kentucky with my CVA and see my good friend Byron Marlowe to see if I could close the deal. What a hunt it turned out to be. You could tell the rain was really starting to pick up, and I was starting to wonder, maybe we should get out of there for the morning. And all of a sudden, here they come. A hot doe comes through, then one buck, another buck, chaos, and then this nice shooter comes through. He's there for just a moment. I close the deal, touch off that CVA muzzleloader, boom, puff of smoke. Humidity's thick, so it's hard to see. And then the rain really starts. And I mean, it pours. We get like 1.5 inches of rain in like an hour and a half. It's awful. Then things get really tough. Fortunately, it was a good enough hit. Despite all the rain, there was a lot of blood on the ground, easy to find. But the problem was it was so thick and so many deer. Every time we'd walk somewhere, deer would run in a different direction, just deer everywhere. So we're following the blood trail. We decided to back out of there for a bit. I was pretty sure it was a liver hit, so I wanted to give that deer some time. But after a couple more searches, I started to get frustrated, and I asked, I said, "Are dogs legal in Kentucky?" I've never used a dog to recover deer, ever. But I was told by Joe Lacefield from the Fish and Game Department in Kentucky that it was in fact legal. So Joe and Byron waited for Dustin to show up with his 2-year-old bloodhound Ruby. I don't know what I thought about Ruby when I first saw that dog. Floppy ears, 2 years old. I was told she had a perfect record. And I'm thinking, well, it rained a lot. But the thing with bloodhounds is this. Bloodhounds, if it rains a lot, it puts all that scent on the ground, believe it or not. If it rains hard, bloodhounds often perform better. But we started into the woods. Up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill. I'm thinking, it's just not going to happen. Before you know it, Ruby sounds off, and she takes that young man down that hill like a shot, like it was a cartoon. He gets hanging on for everything he could, and I couldn't believe it. At the bottom of that ravine, the deer went a little farther than I thought. Went about 300 yards total, not real far, but farther than I thought. There's that buck. Please smell that. Please smell. Please smell. You wait till this deer came all the way to get down to this creek. I'm following her nose. I understand. And I'm following you, and you're following her.
I'm trusting her that she knows what she's doing.
All right. Let's go, Ruby. There's the deer. There's the deer. Ruby, there's the deer. Ruby! Good job, little girl. Dustin, I don't believe it. I don't. Sir, I don't believe it. Here's your dog go too. Byron, you want it? Byron's got his dog around. I don't believe it. Ruby! Woo! I don't believe it. I gotta be honest. I'm thinking about the tracking dogs and so on and so forth. I said let's get tracking dogs illegal here. I thought we were too far, is what I'm saying. I thought we were too far from where I'd taken the shot. It's been more than 24 hours. Thankfully it was cold last night. Dustin, Ruby, baby, Byron, you know, for all you do for the Wounded Warriors and so forth, thank you. Joe Lacefield behind the camera stepping in on the pinch. I don't think any of us really expected to buy this deer. What do you think?
I'm pretty expected. That is one heck of a dog.
Your dog's 7 for 7 now? Is that what it is?
7 for 7.
How old is she?
She's 2.5.
2.5-year-old bloodhound. And I'm talking a little bit louder because got a little creak noise here and so forth, but I'm impressed. I am impressed.
I am very impressed.
Byron, what do you think about the dog?
I got his number, and next time I have this situation, I'm going to be giving him a call.
Here's the truth about this deer right here. You know, I put a shot on it with a CVA, hit it in a hard quartering away shot, obviously not a great shot. I don't think we'd be standing at this deer because it's second day. You and I traveled all over those hills. We looked all over for this deer. Found it, jumped it once.
Yep.
Without that bloodhound,
There's no way.
we never would have found those deer.
Nope.